The Hawth Theatre is situated in Crawley, just off the M23. It was built and completed in the late 80s as a community arts theatre. In addition to being a top-rated entertainment centre, it is a focal point in the area for many other talent circles, like stage schools.
Hello and welcome to another look at Life at the Hawth. I'm Faye Morn. In this production of Life at the Hawth, we are featuring the work of a local amateur group, Ariel, in their production of Rent. But first, we join a performer by the name of John Hilton during rehearsals and sound checks for his show Real Diamond. Unfortunately, for legal reasons, we could only record the technical rehearsal. But if you just close your eyes a moment and listen, John's voice is virtually indistinguishable from that of Neil Diamond, hence the title of the show. In my opinion, John could also double, visually, for John Denver.
Muddy talks, but it don't sing and dance and it don't walk. As long as I could have you here with me, I'd much rather be forever in blue jeans. Honey sweet, it ain't nothing next to baby street. But if you'll pardon me, I'd like to say that you are okay forever in blue jeans. Traveling far without a home, but not without a star. Free, only want to be free. We are too close, but hang on to that dream. Never looking back again. They're coming to America. Home, though it seems so far away. You were traveling late today, in the eye of the storm, in the eye of the storm. Home, to a new and shining place. Make our bed and we say our grace. Freedom's a light burning warm. Freedom's a light burning warm.
Again, we will be meeting some more of the staff and finding out what they do and why.
It's easy to form the opinion that certain people do certain jobs, like electric, sound, lighting. I gather that's not the case at all. Everybody seems to do a bit of everything.
We do all do a bit of everything. There are amongst us those who have, particular skills in different areas. John is the man for sound and AV stuff. Doing that today. He knows his PowerPoint inside out and electronics to do with sound. So no problem too great. Chris as well. He tends to do the lighting as the number one choice for a lot of the reason we have local dance schools who keep coming back, and we've even sort of absorbed them from other locations around Crawley, is largely down to Chris. What he achieves in a short time with the lights is second to none in order to service a venue as busy as ours, and we're one of the busiest venues in the country. So seriously we are. It would be impossible if we had to we'd need 3 people to do the lights, because in any week you might be doing 30 odd hours in 2.5 days. I'm Jim Simon. I'm the assistant technical manager. I've been here since before the theatre was finished. No 2 days are the same from one show, one event to the next. My role is split about 60 practical, 40 in here on the phone to companies before they come in. Most of the decisions that affect today were taken when I've been talking to people maybe 6 weeks ago. There's an opera company coming in, and we're already talking about what stage resources we'll use, how many people we'll use, how we'll get from them to the next event and from the event before them into their event, and those sorts of decisions are taken quite a long way ahead of the day actually arriving. That's where a lot of the variety and job satisfaction comes from, is giving people what it is that they want, allowing people's expectations to happen, but in a way they hadn't necessarily thought of it happening. And when I've got one finished, I have a little sense of achievement and breathe a sigh of relief. But all too soon we're dealing with the next one and the one after that and the one after that. So it's a bit relentless, really. The means by which we achieve results are technical. For instance, the lighting desk, you have to understand the software, you have to know how dimmers produce the change in the lights and that sort of thing. So you have to understand all of that, but the end result is not a technical result, it's an artistic result. So there's a creation, and that I think is probably why a lot of us have stayed around, and people get into the business because it's a bit of an outlet for, there's job satisfaction in doing something original and creative.
Thank you, Jim. And now for rent. Unfortunately, and for legal reasons, we were not permitted to record during the live performances of the show. Just before we take a look at the preparations and rehearsals involved in staging such a show, a few words with Neil, the leader of the production team. This interview was recorded after the show's 4-night run.
Rent, yes, by Jonathan Larson, a very, very good show. It ran for 12 years in Broadway. One of the first groups in the UK to put it on here in the Mid-Sussex area. Hard show to do. It's very, very different. It's touching on modern day subjects that sometimes are taboo, like AIDS and sexual relationships for mixed couples, and also for same couples. So it had a very, very interesting subject matter for Crawley, but it was successful. The production was very, very well received. We're still getting floods of compliments, which is great, and the cast are fantastic. The cast had a great time, and it's a pleasure as ever working here with the Hawth guys, and technically, thanks Chris and his team, was amazing.
The show's contemporary set and scenery if that's the right terminology in this case, arrive in a large articulated truck. There is a small army of volunteers and technicians ready to unload and construct the set.
Yes, mate. You've got what?
Despite its rough and ready appearance, this multi-level set is built to a very specific plan or blueprint, and for the most part, the same sturdy construction as its look-alike scaffolding relations. Dozens of poles, pipes and platforms all have their allotted place and purpose. This is most definitely not the kind of activity for the work-shy. As the set starts to take shape, the Hawth's technicians, Chris and John, begin to set and adjust the lights. Next to arrive are the musos. That's musicians to you and me. The set has been designed to accommodate the band on stage with the performers, but discreetly out of sight.
Hello, alright. So, Mark set up with you and they're ready to get in now. Let's finish through this. Oh no, sorry. You got some new package. No.
While the on-stage activities continue, checks are made on the props that will be required for the show. And I do mean props.
You might want to do that up really tight because he throws that.
Oh, right.
That's anything. Yeah. Yeah, brilliant. Squeegee, brilliant. Bananas, brilliant. Drugs.
Now, we have two types of drugs. I don't know if you want brown heroin or white heroin.
Sorry, what was that? Well, the dealer, white actually looks better on stage, doesn't it? But if they can
The musicians make a start on rehearsing some of the numbers to be performed and adjust sound levels. Next, the cast arrive and are given a pep talk about the activities to date.
Because I can't too many miles. You would not have this ready. It's so complicated. You look how sturdy this is without the help of a team of guys and girls that came along this morning and they busted their, don't record this, asses off for you guys, okay? Can you give a big round from us?
It is then time for the cast to familiarise themselves with the set and get to know the feel of it. This is as much for performance purposes as it is for health and safety reasons.
Yes, quite solid.
So that's the...
Yeah.
And then I've got a...
Okay.
It's hard to swing on.
Swing your... Make sure you have your mobile phones, principals, and your lays and your crisps.
Some final words of warning, and dress and technical rehearsals get underway.
You must hit these marks.
Last person hits that mark.
Last person that hits the mark over there.
Hey, hey, hey! Don't need to go there for me. You haven't eaten all day. You won't throw up, you won't throw up. The digital delay, this is slow up exactly. Where we have been one teeny tiny star. Now people with inspiration wave. Now people with no need to express to compete. Now people with against the grain, going inside. Now people with staring at nothing.
Your hair in the moonlight. You look familiar. Can you make it?
Just haven't eaten much today. At least the room stopped spinning anyway.
What? Nothing. Your smile reminded me
I
of.
always remind people of which
She died. Her name was April.
it's out again. Sorry about your friend. Would you like my candle?
Well,
Yeah.
oh, wax. Yes. I figured, oh well, good night. It blew out again.
No, I think that I dropped my stash.
I know I've seen you out and about when I used to go out. Here it comes out.
I'm in Lynn, I had it when I walked through the door. It was pure. Is it on the floor?
Oh,
They say that I have the best ass below 14th Street. Is it true? You're staring again.
oh no. Well, I mean, you do have a nice day. You look familiar.
Like your dead girlfriend.
Only when you smile, but I'm sure I've seen you somewhere else.
Do you go to the cat scratch club? That's where I work. I dance. Do you help me look?
Yes, they used to tie you up.
It's a living.
Not dying from disease. Let me among us without sin be the first to condemn. La people live. La people live. La people live. La people live.
You happy with the way it's going now?
Yeah, it's going all right. For tech, we're actually running a tech, which is very good. But we will try and do that one if we can. But it's good. That's going really well. Just wait for clearance, and we're going to go for the second act. It's good.
The eagles fly without you. Night of turns, the sun burns, but I die without you. grows, the ear hears, the pulse beats. The eyes legs walk, the lungs breathe, the mind turns, the heart yearns, the tears dry without you. Life goes on, but I go, 'cause I die without you, without you.
What are you going to do tomorrow night?
Oh, during the day we're masking a lot of it off, then we're going to plot all the lights tomorrow. All day tomorrow, plot all the cues. And then they're going to run it again with proper dress, and then we go home and cross our fingers. It'll be alright.